Hey there guys, Primus Reviews here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers Dark of the Moon Studio Series 63 Autobot Topspin. Now, I did tease this figure back in my last video, and if you haven't checked out my last video, please make sure to check it out, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, make sure to turn on post notifications so that way you guys don't miss a single upload. Now, when this figure was announced, it looked really cool, you know, again, another part of the Wreckers, and it just really looked really cool, and we did love the color. We did know Topspin from Transformers Dark of the Moon, but honestly, this has to be, in my opinion, the short end of the stick of the other two Wreckers. Now, don't get me wrong, I still think he looks amazing and almost spot on to how he did in the movie, but just all in all, I do feel like this guy is the short end of the other two Wreckers. You know, seeing Topspin on the big screen was actually really cool. You know, seeing the third member for the Wreckers was really cool. These NASCARs having guns and everything and them just shooting everywhere looked really, really cool. But I just wish he had more character development, as he honestly didn't even say a word in the movie. So other than that, he did look really cool all in all. Now taking a look at the packaging, you do got the nice Transformers Dark of the Moon logo there. Do got a beautiful image of Topspin there. Studio Series 63 Autobot Topspin. On the side of the box, you do got another beautiful image of Topspin there. Really, really cool. On the back of the box, you do got the figure and his alternate mode license, of course, in 15 steps. So that way you guys see that there. And on the side of the box, you do got another beautiful image of Topspin there. But yeah, that's about it for the box. So let's take a look at this figure. Now bringing Topspin closer here, you can see that the head detail is there. You do got the nice visor there. You do got the nice silver paint for the face as well. I think it does look so screen accurate. You do got the nice blue for the dreads as well. Really, really cool. Along the chest, you do got some beautiful looking detail there, as it does look really gorgeous. You do got the nice blue. I do love the blue that they went with this, man. Does look really cool. Going down on the legs, it does compress really well. I do like the legs, as in most cases the legs are the, of course, area where all the car parts go. But honestly, other than just that, it does look really, really cool. I do love how everything compresses really well. Now the arms, they are not screen accurate as they are claws in the movie, but it is what it is, I guess. On the side, you do got the nice NASCAR here, but sticking out like a sore thumb, but doesn't really bother me too much, honestly. The back does compress fairly well as well. You do got the nice 48. But other than that, it does look really cool, and I do think this figure is screen accurate, but I just don't know. Now, Topspin did come with 4 accessories, so let's take a look at those now. Now, here are Topspin's 4 accessories. 2 of them are his side cannons, I guess you can say, but it does look really cool. But it is that bendy plastic, so no paint, but it is what it is, I guess. I guess it does look alright. Same thing for the other one, bendy plastic as well. It is what it is, I guess. But these are his claws that he does have in the movie. But for this one, you do have to attach them on. I mean, they do look cool. Do got some nice detail in there as well, especially on the inside as well. They are that bendy plastic as well, both of them. But again, I wish they had paint, like at least a black or a silver, just something, you know, not this plain color, but it is what it is, I guess. But those were his 4 accessories, so let's put it on him so that way you guys can see how cool he looks with all of them. Now, bringing in Topspin here, on the side of the arms, you are gonna have a hole here and a hole there. You are gonna bring in the claws, and you are going to have a peg right here. Simply, you're gonna do is just plug it in the hole like so, and it does have a firm grip. So that's one side. Same thing like the first, just do the same thing, and that way you guys can have him holding his claws there that are already supposed to be his hands. I don't know why they couldn't do that, but it is what it is, I guess. And now for the side, you are gonna have a hole here. Same thing on the other side as well, and the cannons are gonna have, again, a peg there, and you're just simply gonna plug it in like so. These do have smaller pegs, they tend to fall off quite easily, so I suggest you guys be careful with that. But Other than that, there you have him holding his honestly really cool looking accessories. Again, I think they did do a good job with this guy on capturing how he looked on the big screen. And honestly, again, the more you look at him, the more you do actually like this guy. But just something feels off on this guy, and we will talk about the cons later, probably at the end of the video. But other than that, I think they did a great job with the accessories. Now, another cool thing you could do with Topspin's side accessories is he can actually hold them. So what you would want to do is take off, of course, the cannon, and you will bring his hand here, and his hand already does have a hole, and you're simply just gonna plug it in like so. And honestly, I think that looks a lot better, but I would prefer the guns on the sides, as I think it'll make him look more, you know, cooler and more menacing, because he has guns on the sides and you can just shoot him at will. But other than that, those were his accessories there. Now, Topspin is a very small deluxe figure, as he stands roughly at about 5 inches tall. That way you guys can see that there. And honestly, he is small, but I remember him being the bigger version of the two records, you know. But other than that, here is the group photo I bet you all have been waiting for. Here he is next to Roadbuster, and here he is next to Leadfoot. That way you guys can see how they all look together. And honestly, they all look freaking amazing, as I think they did a great job on capturing how they all looked in the movie. And man, oh man, does this feel complete. But again, I do feel like Topspin was supposed to be the bigger of the bunch. That's how I remember him. But other than that, I think they do all look really screen accurate. And just because here he is next to the Decepticon they were shooting at for the most of the movie, Shockwave. That way you guys can see that there. And again, Shockwave is a leader class, and of course Topspin is a deluxe class. So there you guys have that there. Again, I think they nailed it. Again, Topspin is supposed to be a little bigger, but all in all, they did a great job on how they all look in the movie. Now for some articulation, the head is on a ball joint. You can look up that far and you can look down that far. His arm can move out. Bicep swivel, there it is. Bend at the elbow, and his wrists do not move, but they do go in and out. But that's more for the transformation. Same thing on the other side of his arm. He doesn't have a waist swivel, but again, it's due to all the detail in the ab area here in the waist area there. So it is what it is. I'll let that slide because at least they put detail in there. His leg can move out that far, and it can move back that far. He does have a thigh swivel, bend at the knee, and sadly he doesn't have ankle pivot, but he does have a really tight toe bend, but that's more for the transformation. So there you guys have that. Posability on this guy is honestly not that bad. He is like not that good, but not that bad. He's like in the middle. There are some poses that you do get him into, as they do look really cool. But again, the problem with this figure is that he just I gotta save it to the end. But there you guys have it. Looks alright. You know, his posability isn't the best, but at least it's not as limited as Leadfoot. But alright guys, here's where I'm going to cut it off and show you guys his alternate mode. And man, does his alternate mode look sick. Maybe the best one? I don't really know, but I am going to transform him so that way you guys can see that. Again, if you guys do want to see me transform him, let me know down in the comments so that way I can start showing those. But until then, here is his alternate mode. As I thought it couldn't get any better, all three of these do look fantastic. Again, one of the cons about having Bendy Classic is that it goes down after a while, but it is what it is. But the detail on this looks phenomenal. I can't tell which one is my better favorite of the NASCARs, man. Wow. They all keep getting better. The detail is there. Nice gray, silver, yellow, the blue. I do love this alternate vehicle form, man. It does look sick. The concept of heavily rebuilt NASCARs to have weapons on them, I'm all for it. Again, one of the cons of having, of course, bendy plastic accessories is that it does bend really, and it doesn't look down. So it is what it is. Again, it would have made it 100 times better if these were painted at least silver or something, but it is what it is. I'll take it because they made up for it on the alternate mode, man. Holy smokes. Again, this vehicle does roll really well as well. And yeah, man, it's I have no words for the comparison you guys have been waiting for. Here he is next to all three of them, and holy smokes, do they all look sick. You cannot tell me that they all don't look sick at all, man. My favorite, I can't decide. He has really cool, he looks really great, he looks really great as well. It's I just simply cannot decide which one I do like the most. Again, they spot on it on the alternate forms. The robot modes do look cool in their own way, and yes, they do look as accurate as they can be for a deluxe class, but the alternate modes, you can tell they went all out for accuracy, and man, did they succeed. And then for the last size comparison, here he is next to the Decepticon they shot, Shockwave. So there you guys have that there. And again, it's honestly amazing. I have no words at all. Again, these three are the best versions of the wreckers we have ever gotten. Again, alternate mode wise, spot on, man, spot on. Topspin looks amazing, amazing. If you compare him next to the Transformers Dark of the Moon, holy smokes. But I'm gonna transform Topspin back into his robot mode so I can give my overall review and my overall grade on the figure. So here we go. Here is his overall grade. Alright guys, there you go. There you have the Transformers Dark of the Moon Studio Series 63 Autobot Topspin. Now overall, I think they did capture the screen accuracy on this guy on both the alternate mode and the robot mode. Again, what Studio Series can do when they take their time and effort on making these guys screen accurate as possible, they can achieve really amazing stuff. And I do highly recommend if you are looking for movie accuracy wise on all three records. So for that, I do have to give this figure a solid 8 out of 10. Now, even though he did get an 8 out of 10, this is still one of my least favorite ones of the three records altogether. Why do I say this? Well, this brings me into my cons. The first con I'm going to talk about is that this guy feels loose. The waist down, the legs feel loose, and he tends to do these splits a lot, and that kind of sucks with this guy. As Roadbuster, he does have sturdy feet, and you can pose them really, really well. Leadfoot, kind of the same thing, but limited posability. This guy can do the posability, but he just feels really, really loose from the waist down, and that's what sucks about this guy. The second con is more of my opinion, but I'm pretty sure you guys can agree on me on this, is that Topspin is supposed to be the bigger bunch of the three wreckers. As if I remember in the movie correctly, Topspin is supposed to be a little bit bigger. Even if it was a little bit bigger, not like the same height, but just a little bit bigger, I feel like it would have made a big difference on this guy. But again, that probably has to be dealt with in the vehicle form, as for them to be all accurate together and not one vehicle is bigger than the other. So I think that's why, but all in all, those are my cons. And again, that second con is my opinion, but I'm pretty sure that Topspin is supposed to be the bigger of the bunch. Now this guy is available at TF Source, but if you look at the price point, guys, honestly, he is not worth a leader class or above for a deluxe class. But if you guys are in need of this guy and you guys don't have him, and you guys do want to complete your record series, then I suggest you guys go pick him up. But he is sadly sold out at Big Bad Toy Store. But look at the price point, $21.99. Me personally, I would suggest for you guys to wait until that one is ready in stock and ready to go, because $21.99, yes, he's worth it, but $59.99 at TF Source is a little bit too pricey if you ask me, but that's just me. But again, if you guys are in need of this guy, then go get him. Go for it. I ain't gonna stop you guys. Again, these 3 records do look amazing and the most accurate versions, man. I'm really surprised. I really am. But I think that's gonna do it here for me, guys. So this has been Primus Reviews. That has been Topspin. So remember to stay calm and keep moving on. So I'll make sure to see you guys on the next one. Oh, that took way longer than I thought. The record series is done. That was a pretty cool series. Of course, I did delay it a bit, but other than that, but it's been dry lately. Like, there haven't been new figures announced ever since, you know, Sideways and Hot Rod were announced in the Fallen, which I did pre-order, so hopefully they'll be here soon. Man, I wonder if they're gonna release anything new for Beast Wars. Oh, what? Huh?